So having done our Hello World version of REST, let's move on to something a little bit more useful and actually turn on a light using this paradigm. So in this clip, we're going to add a put method to indicate modification of state, meaning put is the REST verb that we're going to use to signify that we're modifying the state of something on the server. And then after that, we'll verify that we can actually hit the put method. And then finally, we'll invoke the CM19A driver from that put method and actually witness a light being turned on. So first up, I'm going to extend the hello class by defining a put method. And put in our terminology for REST verbs here is going to mean doing things to the lights eventually as we move along. So put is going to mean issue a command, whereas post will mean add. So let's define put. And for now, put's not going to take any parameters. And we're just going to put in a message here that indicates to the user via the command line that the user on the other end of the service requested the command on. So we want to make sure that we're getting here and that all of our ducks are in a row before proceeding and doing actual implementation with the driver. So I'm going to start the web server as I did last time with sudo python index.py. And I'm going to do that on port 80. And then what we're going to do is come over to Fiddler, and this time we're going to pick a put. So we'll go to the Raspberry Pi here and go to Messages. And this should result in a successful request. So there we see success message 200, but we're actually going to have to look at the console here, and there we have it. We got to our method. So it's great that we're hitting that method, but let's actually use it for the purpose of this clip, which is to turn on the light. So I'm going to get out of here, and then the first thing I'm going to do is create a directory here, because I know that I'm going to be moving a bunch of files over, including all of the CM19A driver apparatus. So I'm going to move index into this new folder that I've created, and then I'm going to change directory into here. And what I'm going to do is reopen this in the IDE and edit the new version. So I actually want to be in this REST service directory with the new index.py that's been moved in there. And I want to go ahead and edit this because I want this in its own directory so it doesn't get too messy all in my root home directory. So with that done, I'm going to go over and I'm going to actually start to import the functionality that I need from the CM19A driver. And I'm going to accomplish that by saying that from the CM19A driver, I want to import the CM19A device type. And now I'm going to go and move over the files actually that we had downloaded earlier in order to do that. And what you can see here is that if I don't do that, it doesn't build or run. So I'm going to go ahead and bring over, first of all of the .py files from this folder. Those are going to be all the Python files that are necessary. And then I'm also going to bring over the .ini files to this directory. And that is everything I'm going to need. So now you can see what happens is if I go try to start the web server, I'm not going to bomb out this time. I am going to be successful. And that's really all I'm interested in seeing. I'm going to close out because nothing else has really been accomplished aside from that import. So let's write the actual code for turning on this light. We're going to get rid of this debugging statement here that's no longer necessary. And I'm going to declare a CM19A. And I'm going to declare the actual device itself. I want one of these, CM19A device. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a command to it. So in case I need it later, I'm going to store the result of this command, and I'm going to send over A1, which you should now be used to, and we're going to turn A1 on. And then I am going to clean up after myself here and say cm19a.finish, and that's going to dispose of the resources as necessary. And I'm going to save and go back over here and start the web server. And what I'll do is go ahead and drag over a live view of my light so you can see what's happening as I hit this method in Fiddler, the put method. So the web service has started. Let me go grab the light so you can see that it's off. There is my lamp currently turned off. And I'm going to move over here to Fiddler, and I'm going to juggle these on the screen so you can kind of see them at the same time. And so now what we're expecting is instead of just a debugging message, you should actually see a light get turned off. So let me get rid of all the old stuff here so we can see everything that's going on. There is the lamp ready to be turned on. So let's execute put on message. And voila, there is the light being turned on the restful way.